Hello everyone, this is going to be a Gold Coast Marathon weekend vlog. Woohoo! Jay and I are running the half at the Gold Coast Marathon, which is tomorrow. It's currently midday on Friday. I'm working all day today and then we're going to drive down this afternoon, go get our bibs, then we race in the morning. So yes. It's exciting. First order of business. Also, I don't know if you can see this. I spilled gravy on it, and so it's just water from me cleaning it. But I'm going to make some pasta to have for dinner tonight because by the time we get down there, collect our bibs and everything, it's going to be like quite late. So we can just heat this up, eat it and go. Gonna make some pesto chicken pasta. I'm on cooking duty because Jay went and bought all this stuff before. So I've got to cook it. But I've had a really busy day / week really with work because after this weekend I'm heading down the coast, further down the coast, to stay with my family. So I have 3 days off work next week, and so just like sorting stuff out for my handover, and I have so many reports due next week that I need to get on top of. Anyway. So I've been a busy gal, but that's okay. Thoughts and feelings on the half. Obviously still, I know, dealing with my hip injury, and it's been getting better, but now the other side is starting to hurt a little bit, which is great. Not super painful, but just like feels quite tight and achy when I run, especially as I like increase distance. So the longest I've run is, well, since the injury started, was 16 Ks, which was last weekend and the weekend before, and got through it mostly fine. Could have been better, but it wasn't super painful. And then, so I got more needling done on Monday, got it done on both sides this time, and honestly haven't run a whole lot this week. I've done 2 runs since then, an easy run, which felt fine, and then I did like a shakeout jog yesterday, and an attempt at some strides, and the strides did not feel very good on the hips. So I just did 2 and then called it a day because I was like, well, I'm obviously not going to aggravate them anymore. So I'll honestly just see. I don't have expectations. I'm obviously not in PB form, but I'm also at this stage kind of nervous about like just the distance. I don't want to have to pull out because I'm very stubborn. So, but obviously my priority is getting over the injury and trying to get fit for Chicago. A little update for you. I was supposed to be doing Sydney Marathon as well, but I think I've decided to pull the pin on that and focus on Chicago just because I know that I won't be able to do Sydney well. I don't have enough time to get back up to fitness as well as increasing distance to do the marathon distance. And Chicago is only 6 weeks after Sydney, so I was already nervous about the turnaround, and I'd rather just focus on one and do it well, and hopefully I can do Sydney next year. So it's a little race update for you. Anyway, that's my debrief on the injury and how I'm feeling. Jay's probably going to beat me again. Am I upset about it? Yes, but what can you do, honestly? But I'm actually really excited for the weekend. I'm excited to watch the marathon. This is the first time I've ever watched a marathon. I've always been running in them, so very keen. Anyways, gonna finish making this and I'll report back. Alrighty, next order of business, I need to create my sign because I'm making a sign for when I'm watching the marathon on Sunday. So, got my supplies, got this board, so quite thick, and these Sharpies from Office Works yesterday. I was going to get 2 of these, but they were quite expensive. So I don't really have the capacity to mess it up. But I'm going to write beat the boys because that's just what I live by. And if it doesn't bleed through, then maybe I'll do something else on this side. Let's see, here we go. I'm going to sketch it out in pencil first so that I can fix it up if need be. So beat, this is stressful. This is not going to be neat at all. Oh my God. Okay, I've done my little outline in pencil And I'm gonna stick to this and trace over it with the Sharpie, but try and make it a bit neater because some of the lines are a little funky. But I've decided I'm obviously going to do pink. So I'm going to do the, oh, hello. I'm going to do the words / letters with this pink, and then around this, I'm going to do, let me try again. Around the words, I'm going to do stars with these 2 pinks. I think that'll be cute. Okay. Let me lock in. I've also got my ruler. Alrighty, outline is done. I feel like it's pretty good. This S has seen better days, but all in all, pretty happy with that. I'm just gonna like wait for it to properly dry before I rub out all like the pencil marks, just so I don't get like Sharpie on the rubber and like smudge it. But whilst I wait, I'm gonna start doing the stars. So I think I'm gonna do big ones in the lighter color and then little ones around it in this. My sign is done. Woohoo! It didn't bleed through, but I honestly don't have the time or mental capacity to make another one. Happy with that. I feel like it turned out so cute. Anyway, now I've got to finish work for the day. I have finished work, thank God. Got so much of what I need to get done so that next week when I come back, I am not going to be super pressed for time. So happy with that. Jay's just gone to pick up Kira and then we'll head off. Let's have a look at the traffic. Last we checked it was really bad. Awesome, that's kind of great. It's just all red. And I only assume that that's going to get worse with people finishing work and driving down the coast. So I'm going to be in for a treat, but I've packed all my stuff. I'm good to go. I'm excited. I feel like tomorrow morning I'm just going to wake up and be like, whoa, I need to race. Like I feel like I'm not prepared. Anyway, we'll be fine. I'm excited nonetheless. Update for you, we're en route. Ooh, 110 zone. We are, what time did we leave?
5.
We're halfway. An hour into our 2-hour drive. Oh, we've picked up Kira. Hi. And we've had some lollies. And ready for bed. Anything to add?
Lots of traffic.
Plenty of traffic. See you at the expo. Ooh. Got my bib, guys. 27327. I feel like that's a pretty fun number. What are you?
27469.
What are you? 297. No, that's pretty good. I think I have the best though. 273. We made it to our accom. Just heated up our dinner that I made earlier, and now I'm eating it. Expo was good. We just walked straight through pretty much because we wanted to have dinner and get to bed. What time is it? It's 8 o'clock.
Damn.
You gotta get up at like 4?
Yeah.
OMG. I'm very tired. That was a long drive. Excited to eat this though. Good morning. Happy race morning. Let me show you the fit. I'm just wearing the long sleeve to keep warm. With socks. But I'm just gonna put my number on. Is that in the middle? I got sent some gels from this brand Fueler, and I'm gonna use them today, and I haven't used them before. Not sure if that's a bad idea, but I'm only gonna take like 1, maybe 2, probably just 1. So I feel like it's fine. If I was like properly racing, I probably wouldn't, but the stakes are low, and they look really good. Yay! Now I'm going to trigger point my hips and hope that they hold up. My calf's actually quite sore. I took some anti-inflammatories this morning So, fingers crossed. I'm back. I didn't show you my ribbon. Alrighty, packing my things. Let's see what we need to bring. So, this is the little bag. Taking shoes to change into after. I'm just gonna wear my race shoes there. I'll put this in once I take it off. Gel. Should I bring 2? Or just 1? I honestly think 1's gonna be enough. Raspberry or watermelon? No raspberry. Belt matches the outfit, of course. Is that it? Oh, sunnies. Go. I think we're ready to go, everyone. Wish me luck. I don't know if I'll film in there because it might be hectic, so I might just see you on the other side. Scary. We did it! Woo! Everyone show your medal, please. Woo! Woo! I'll give you a race debrief later, but I did a minute slower than my PB. Pretty happy with that. Jay did a fat PB. Good job. And Kira, not good. Well, that's your first half, so automatic PB. We've just gotten our bags and stuff, and then I think we're gonna go get some breakfast and coffee. Heck yeah. But glad it's done. I'll tell you that much. We are back at the accommodation. Just had a shower, which felt very nice. I was feeling very crusty. We also went and got bagels and coffee after the run, and I forgot to film anything, but it went down a treat. I was so hungry afterwards, my stomach hurt. But I've come here to give you a race debrief. So obviously still dealing with my hip injury. Just because of the injury in general, I'm unfit by my standards, but I also just didn't know how my hips were going to hold up. The longest I've run in 3 months, I want to say, is 16 Ks. Just went into it thinking, I don't even know how this is going to go, if I can even do the distance without my hips flaring up. But decided to take all pressure off and just go out there, have fun and run however I really felt like running. Decided to go out at a decent pace and just hold on and see if I could hold it. So went out around 4-minute pace up until 11 Ks. All my splits were just under 4-minute pace, and then that's pretty much when my hips started to get pretty sore. So dropped the pace a little bit, but it was the Ks were just over 4-minute pace, so pretty consistent. Then obviously just wanted it to be over, so I sped up a bit for the last 3 or 4 Ks. My hips were really quite sore, especially in the last 5 Ks, to the point where it was sharp pain at times. Not consistent sharp pain, thankfully, but every now and then I would get sharp pain, and especially with it being in both sides, I was not having a good time. But I don't think I was ever going to stop, to be honest. Even if that's probably the smarter thing to do, unless I physically couldn't run, I was just going to finish it. I thought about slowing down because I was oh, my hips are really sore, but at that point, it doesn't really matter how fast I run, it's still going to hurt once they've already been aggravated. So I just thought, let me just stick at this pace, and that way it's over quicker. So that was a plan. I ended up doing 1:24.12 was my official time, which is only a minute slower than my PB. So very happy with that, considering I'm not very fit and with my hip injury. But I do think that if I was quite fit and I don't know, at my best, I could do a lot quicker than 1:23. Not a lot quicker, but originally coming into Gold Coast half at the beginning of the year, when I was kind of planning my races and my goals, I was hoping for a sub 1:20. So obviously still 4 minutes off that, but can't complain, honestly. But all in all, had a lot of fun, so many people cheering. It was like a great day. And Jay did 1:20.06, I want to say. He was flying. He massively negative split the race. And I'm very much the opposite. I tend to positive split. Not by a lot. I feel like I tend to be pretty consistent, but anyway, that's always his race strategy and it works really well for him. So he killed it. He now has a quicker PB in the 10K and the half. So love that for me. We'll see how he goes in the marathons at the end of the year. Anyway, that's my little race debrief. Had a lot of fun nonetheless. I'm just really worried now that the race has kind of put me further back in my, like with my injury and recovering. So plan is just to take, I think at least this next week off, and then I'll go back to the physio probably at the end of the week. Do some more needling and then slowly build up because I need to be training for a marathon soon, which is really scary. Anyway, that's my race debrief. A lot of fun and I'm really excited to watch the marathon tomorrow. We have finished our rotting time. Jay had a nap. I was watching Love Island. God, it's so good, guys. But now we've just come for a little walk. Kira and Ben are back there. And I think we're gonna maybe just have a little snack, walk to the beach, just get out of the apartment really. Excuse me. I am vlogging. Anyway, that's the current vibe. I'm very tired because I prioritize Love Island over a nap. We've just come to get a little rev and some chippies to hold us over until dinner tonight. But it's very nice. But nom nom nom. Never had a sweet potato fry with guac. We're off to get some dinner. We're getting Mexican tonight. Here is the outfit in another Grace Grove collection piece. I need to tilt it down. Just going for a little casual vibe this evening. Would you like to show your outfit, Jason? Sporting a little roulette. Woo! We are at Nude Amigos and we've got some corn. I'm so excited. I love corn. We were trying all the hot sauces before and they were definitely hot. We got our fajitas. We finished dinner. It was really quite good. I would rate it 8.5 out of 10.
8.5?
Yeah.
High.
Really? 8.5 in Mexican.
Oh, there's a
7. A 7? Benjamin? What would you rate it?
Me?
Yeah.
Probably the same.
7? And Jason?
7.6.
Anyway, we're going to get Yochi. Oh, I'm so excited. OMG. Good morning, everyone. I've completely forgotten to update you today, but it's marathon day, and so obviously I'm cheering for all of my friends, and I've got my sign. So we were cheering at the 10K mark, and I saw Sarah, Millie, Katie, Sienna, but I missed Haley, who's doing the double, so she kind of needed my cheering the most, but I missed her. And I missed Mez, who's my manager from work. But we're going to go to the 30K mark and hopefully see everyone there, and then the finish line's like right across from the 30K mark, so then we'll kind of jump across. But it's been so much fun and everyone's loving my sign, especially the girls, of course. Had a little oopsie this morning and spilt. Can you still see it? Not that bad, to be fair. Spilled coffee all down the front of me, so that's why I've got my shirt over my tracksuit. But honestly, it's not looking that bad. I kind of tried to wash it out, but But yeah, that's the update. Vibes are high. I love cheering. This is so much fun. But we're just about to catch the tram down to the 30k mark. Woohoo! We're parked up at just after 30k's. All the super speedy people are coming through. I think this is still people that are under the 3 hour mark. 3 hour pace group hasn't come through yet, so they're all killing it. Haven't put my sign up yet for this group because it is 90% boys, so it doesn't really serve its purpose, but I'm cheering. This is the 3 hour group.
Let's go, Sienna!
Happy to report that I didn't miss anyone at the 30k mark. I saw, who came first? Oh, Sienna, then Hayley, then Millie, then my manager Mez, but she didn't see me. But I saw her, and that's all that matters. Sarah and Katie are still coming, but I think we're going to head to the finish line and then try to see everyone there. Hopefully we can get a good spot because it's probably going to be packed. We have finished our spectating duties and we came to grab some lunch. Must say, standing around for 4 hours. Sore hip, so sore. So that's kind of awesome, but had so much fun.
I don't think that
I got a chicken burger, but I ate it all.
I think offside should be measured with your feet.
Update everyone, I'm now driving down the coast. I have a 4 hour drive ahead of me, so that's gonna be great. And by myself. Jay has to work, so he wasn't able to come, but my family is staying down the coast this week, so I'm going down just until Wednesday, until I have to drive back for work. But that's what I'm up to. Not sure if I'm gonna film anything else today. Gold Coast Marathon weekend was a hoot. Great time, and pray for me on this 4 hour drive. Okay, love you, bye. Hey everyone, happy to say I made it safe and sound on my 4 hour drive. I know I kind of signed off the video before when I was in the car, but obviously I had 4 hours to myself, so I was doing a lot of thinking, and I was just like thinking about my hip injury, and I just wanted to share it because I think it's very relevant and might help people dealing with injuries. But obviously this is like the first major injury I've dealt with in a very long time, since I was 12, 13, 14, I want to say. And as much as it's been hard and really frustrating, especially since this year I had really high expectations, really high goals, and obviously this has set me back in a way I haven't achieved those goals, I am grateful for it in a sense that firstly it's kind of forced me to start strength training, which is something that I knew I needed like a kick in the butt to do, but just never did because felt like I didn't need it, which obviously is not true. Also, since I've returned to racing, so obviously I raced all throughout school, had 2 years off racing just because I fell out of love with it. And since I've come back to do marathons and halves and all that, I get really anxious about races because every race I've done since my return back to racing has been a PB. And I've kind of been on this up trajectory, which is obviously amazing, but I put a lot of pressure on myself because my running why and the reason I race and what gets me through is I want to be fitter and I want to be faster. And some people's running why is that they just enjoy it and they want to have fun. It's a way to meet friends, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, those aspects are part of why I love it, but the main thing that keeps me going and keeps me racing is to be fast. So I feel like I've been able to do races where I haven't PB'd, but I've still had a really great experience and I've really still had fun. So it's good to know going forward that regardless of if you have a bad race, and I wouldn't say I've had a bad race, the 2 races I've done this year have actually like exceeded my expectations, but they haven't been PBs and they haven't been my fastest races ever, but they have been like some of my most fun. And I'm like very grateful that that has kind of like been instilled in me throughout this injury where I can race, not necessarily be at my fittest or my fastest, but still have such a good time, enjoy it. I just thought I'd share that if you're also going through an injury or you feel like you've had a bit of a setback and you don't really know where you are with racing, with running, get out there and do the race anyway. I don't know if you should race on some injured hips like I did, but I still had fun. Even though I was in a lot of pain, it was like the best weekend ever. Yeah, I feel like that's a good kind of little mindset shift for injuries or setbacks or anything. Like, kind of reframe it to, what can I learn from this? What have I gained? Because honestly, that's the only thing getting me through at this point. If I think about all the things I've lost, which is just running fitness, it's not that deep, but you know, you get in your head. Anyway, and I was actually just texting Haley and I kind of wanted to share this. So she did the double. She did the half on Saturday, backed it up with the full on Sunday, which is just like insane. I'm so in awe of her. But after the half, she was saying like, can you please text me tomorrow, because she runs with her phone and she just needs that little push and motivation. And so I was like, say no more. So I was sending her texts throughout the race, but she said the one thing that stuck with her the most, which I love that she said this because it's the one thing that gets me through the hard moments, is I sent her a message and she just sent me like, I'm in so much pain. And I responded and I was like, it's supposed to hurt, followed by some nicer things. But I find that in a hard session, in a race, etc., when you're feeling, oh my God, like this hurts so much, I feel like I need to slow down, it's just, hold on, like it's supposed to be hard, it's supposed to hurt, like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And it helps me so much. I'm very much a tough love kind of person when it comes to running and like motivation. So that's what works for me. So if that's something you resonate with, would recommend chanting that in your head. Anyway, that's my little ramble, officially ending this vlog here. I don't know how much footage I got this weekend. I was kind of very forgetful with filming, but that's what happens when you're having so much fun. Anyway, best weekend ever, and thanks for watching.